Stop everything. You're crushing your own dreams, not because you lack talent, but because you misunderstand one fundamental truth. By the end of this video, you'll see how tiny, almost invisible daily choices are secretly making you 37 times better, or worse. I learned this principle going from a catastrophic injury and medically induced coma to an academic All-American. This isn't motivation. This is a formula. Imagine losing everything in an instant. Then picture this: your breath stops entirely. One moment, life is normal. The next, doctors are rushing, declaring the local hospital unequipped. A helicopter roars to life. You're rolled towards the helipad, stretcher rattling, a nurse manually pumping each breath into you. Your mother, terrified, climbs in, holding your hand as you drift unconscious. Meanwhile, your father chokes back tears, telling your sister he'll miss her 8th grade graduation. This isn't just a scene, it's my reality. Landing on the hospital roof, 20 medical staff sprinted. Brain swelling, seizures, then a medically induced coma. On a ventilator, fighting for life. This same hospital, 10 years prior, saw my sister battle leukemia. Now, me. A priest arrived, same one from her diagnosis. My parents slept restlessly, caught between exhaustion and terror. One of the worst nights I've ever had, my mother would say later. Most people would break. But this wasn't the end. It was the brutal beginning of a transformation powered by an invisible force. You think you've seen rock bottom? Try waking up to this horrifying sight. Mercifully, I woke from the coma. But my world was instantly warped. I'd lost my sense of smell. As a test, a nurse asked me to blow my nose. In that instant, air forced through fractures in my eye socket. My left eye bulged outward, held precariously by my eyelid and optic nerve. An ophthalmologist said it would eventually slide back. Weeks of double vision followed. I literally couldn't see straight. It took over a month for my eye to reset. 8 months before I could drive. Physical therapy meant relearning basic motor patterns, like walking in a straight line. The depression was crushing. And then, the humiliation. After years dedicated to baseball, I was cut from varsity, sent to play with sophomores. I sat in my car, crying, frantically searching the radio for any relief. This gut-wrenching setback was not the end. It was the painful catalyst. And it revealed a truth you ignore every single day. What if I told you the difference between decades of failure and world-class dominance is just 1%? Picture British cycling. A century of mediocrity. 1 gold medal since 1908. European manufacturers refused to sell them bikes. Then came Dave Brailsford in 2003. His philosophy, the aggregation of marginal gains. Find a tiny 1% improvement in everything. Redesigned bike seats for comfort. Alcohol on tires for grip. Electrically heated overshorts. Biofeedback sensors. Wind tunnel tested fabrics. Indoor racing suits for outdoor races. They went further. Tested massage gels for recovery. Hired a surgeon to teach hand washing to prevent colds. Determined ideal pillows and mattresses. Even painted the team truck white to spot dust-degrading bikes. Seemingly tiny, even ridiculous, changes. These changes weren't just small. They were practically invisible. Yet, the results were anything but. And the math behind it will completely shock you. You're probably thinking, 1%? That's nothing. Too slow. You're dead wrong. Here's the terrifying power of 1%. If you get just 1% better every day for 1 year, you don't just add up. You multiply. You end up nearly 37 times better by the end of the year. Think about that, 37 times better. Conversely, if you get just 1% worse each day, you decline almost to zero. What starts as a small win or minor setback compounds into something massive. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. They feel insignificant on any given day. Yet, over months and years, their impact is enormous. We constantly overestimate the importance of one big moment. We dangerously underestimate the value of tiny daily improvements. This applies to your health, your money, your relationships. The challenge isn't making grand gestures. It's identifying the tiny, consistent choices shaping your destiny. After my injury and baseball humiliation, I got to college. Bottom of the baseball roster. But I wasn't focused on immediate stardom. While my peers stayed up late playing video games, I built good sleep habits. Early to bed, early to rise. In a messy dorm, I made my room neat. These were minor shifts, but they gave me control. Confidence grew. It rippled into academics, straight A's my first year. I made it a habit to lift weights multiple times weekly. My 170-pound frame bulked to a lean 200. Sophomore year, starting pitcher. Junior, voted team captain. Senior year, it all exploded. Top male athlete. ESPN Academic All-America team. 8 school records. This wasn't legendary talent or a sudden burst of motivation. This was a system. And you can apply it to any area of your life, if you understand the next crucial piece. So, how do you actually engineer these powerful, life-altering habits? This isn't just theory or vague self-help. This is an operating manual. Your blueprint for change. It starts with understanding the 4-step model: cue, craving, response, reward. We often think change is about willpower, but it's really about optimizing these 4 steps. It accounts for both external triggers and your internal emotions. Many systems focus only on external stimuli. But your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs? They matter. This integrated model shows you how. It's about making the right choices inevitable, and the wrong choices impossible. Forget fleeting motivation. Focus on the lasting principles, the fundamentals of human behavior that don't change. This framework is your guide to building a business, a family, a life around unwavering progress. Remember that chilling moment in the intro, about crushing your own dreams? It's not about grand gestures. It's about leveraging these invisible forces. Your one action today: identify one small habit. Make it so obvious you can't miss it. Make it attractive, easy, and satisfying. Just one small win. Start there. If this shifted your mindset, hit subscribe. I drop these insights daily. Your future isn't built in a day. It's built in 1,000 tiny choices. Start yours now.